What is up, everybody? It is episode 46 of the fAnaticZ podcast, and you already know that I'm Damien.
What it do? Dylan over here, jacked up on football, Mountain Dew.
And
Woo!
here's your fantasy champione, the Frank.
Let's go. We're all here, and we're all ready to discuss some gosh darn American football. And we're gonna start at the lower ranks. Well, not the lower ranks, I guess the pre majors, the college ranks, with our favorite teams out here in the valley. We're all big ASU guys. No, I'm just kidding. Me and Dylan are ASU guys, and Frankie, he loves him some U of A. So let's get into those games, and we got to mention NAU as well.
Oh, 100%. Like, as much, I want to point this out just straight out of the gate. As much as people want to clown ASU for not, possibly winning by maybe what they should have, people are not giving Brian Wright and NAU the credit they deserve for just growing as a football program the past couple of years. They're not the same NAU that we kicked around in years past.
I mean, they scored 19 points on us, but given the fact that we had 12 penalties and 93 yards, so giving up that many yards, they executed pretty decently with the opportunities that they were given. If we didn't give that amount of penalties up, I feel like it could have been more of a blowout, but
Yeah,
it wasn't the cleanest win, but
even Dillingham himself said it's just like, shot ourselves in the foot, too many times. And especially, at least right now, we're in the games where, you get those things fixed before they start costing you later on in bigger games. Because you can't have an undisciplined football in, say, the college football playoff or, bigger games, to make it.
right.
Yeah, especially when those 12 penalties amounted to 93 yards. That's pretty. That's a football field. So can't do that. Also, another thing that stuck out to me was the third down efficiency was pretty bad. I mean, both teams were pretty bad. NAU was 2 for 15 on third down, and ASU was 2 for 10 on third down. Not gonna get it done, but I expect that to be like a with time thing. That will get better with time for sure. So I'm not.
Yeah. There's a lot of teams, not just ASU and U of A. Well, U of A looked pretty solid, but there's a lot of teams out there in the top 25 that look pretty shaky off of week one. But it's going to get better, I feel like, for most of these teams. So some surprises, but
No, some surprises, but I think we had some good surprises as well. What the heck was going on with Sam Levitt? His legs. My
Dude was
boy,
like Ella Vic out there.
yeah, my boy was going ham. He was scrambling and getting it done. He had 73 yards rushing, which is insane.
He had
off of set.
two on the ground.
Yeah, and 2 tutties.
And that's off of 7 attempts too.
Yeah, that's like Lamar Jackson shit.
I know.
Like, what the heck?
Well,
I know.
And Tyson Brown also had 7 carries for 73 yards. That can't be real.
I know when he had that long ass play from scrimmage for a tutty, I was like, that boy can run. All right,
both
Sam.
averaged a first down every carry.
Well, and I think we saw it in both games, but I think both coaching staffs are going to heavily utilize their rushing attack because both teams have, 2 3+ guys that can carry the ball very effectively.
Yeah, and we can throw the ball too. I mean, Levitt had 4 touchdowns total. 2 on the ground and 2 through the air to Jordan Tyson. Jordan Tyson was averaging a first down and catch, 12 receptions for $141 and 2 tutties.
If he's not already on your, top wide receiver list, he should be after that game. I mean,
what's up with my boy Shimon?
I mean,
Shimon.
Here's an early question though: is Jordan Tyson expected to carry the load offensively like Cam Scatabo on our offense this year? Is he supposed to be the main guy?
Nope.
I think there's more balance this year.
I think
more
that
balance?
him and Kyson Brown, because Kyson Brown has been a surprise. My boy had 6 catches for 72 yards as well. So
he had 145 scrimmage yards.
Yeah, man. He is definitely probably gonna move into the role of a scat role, and we still got Udo too. who wasn't bad. He didn't get as much run as everybody else, but he had 2 rushes for 19 yards, which is another person with a first down per yards carried. You know, each of his runs went for enough yards to make it to where he had 9.5 average per carry. That's
You want
pretty
to
damn
take
good.
you want to take a wild guess? First game post Cam Scat era, how many rushing yards we had total offensively this game?
I
250,
know, but
Yeah or no?
yeah, I know.
What does Frankie think?
250.
Nope.
184
Okay, that's still. I mean, that's still pretty good though.
between both Browns and Sam Levitt and Udo. Well, it's a little off. Adding Udo,
Well, you're
little over
not. You
200.
also have to put Raleek Brown's numbers in there, so it's 201 altogether.
There you go. Yeah, I was about to say 203 ish, 201
Yeah.
with Udo.
But yeah, like I mentioned at the top, it's just like I think last year when they were trying to figure out who they were, and then when you saw Cam Scatterbo and Sam Levitt, ascend to the players that we know they are now, obviously, they were trying to find themselves offensively. They had, nobody in the country could stop Cam Scatterbo. Even Texas had problems with Cam. But this year, ASU, and as much as it pains me to admit, they are deeper, especially offensively, than they were last year. You have transfers at wide receiver from Clemson, Alabama. You bring back Jordan Tyson. Like, you have, if one guy has an off day, you can just spread the ball and you will be absolutely fine. Whereas last year, I felt if Jordan Tyson or Cam Scatterbo had a rough game, it wouldn't have probably boded well for ASU.
Facts. No, and you felt that in the college football playoffs to try to get there. Like when Cam wasn't able to do it, nobody really was able to do it. And then when we got hit with the injury bug, and it was basically Cam Scatterbo and fucking Sam Levitt trying to do it by themselves. I
Well,
mean,
not only that, but you have his legend, freaking Cam Scatterbo lore, puking on the sideline, getting right back into the game, and freaking running it up the freaking gut.
right? Gotta love that.
I can't wait to see his debut with the Giants on Sunday.
Did you see that catch he had at practice?
Oh, what Cam Scott?
He had an absurd catch. Granted, it easily could have looked like it was out of bounds, but just the attention to detail he did to
Yeah,
go
I
up
know.
and get it. You should look it up. It is
Yeah, it was a deflection off of like a hand or helmet, and he was able to get it and toe tapped it 2 hands. Yeah, I saw
yeah,
that one. Yeah.
that was beautiful, and that was in practice. It just shows you how much the guy cares about football, no matter what with the clock running or not.
Oh, I'll claim this right now. I'm a partial Giants fan only because of Cam Scott. Wherever Cam Scott goes, I'll support that team. So
I like
if it's not
Jackson
the
Dart too.
Cardinals.
Jackson Dart looked good.
Yeah, so Giants would be my second root for team if it's not the Cardinals this year. As long as Cam Scott's on that team. So
I mean,
My team, my second root for team never changes. It's always Ravens, and it's always been like that. So that was the team that made me love football.
but yeah, we're going a little bit more in the pros though. Not yet. I know we're getting a little excited.
Yeah, I know we're getting
a little excited. But week 2 though, we missed that the rushing ground had 3 touchdowns though. So overall, I think before we get to week 2 for ASU, I feel like if we hit at least 150 yards and stay that consistent running wise with Levitt and our running backs and all that, and score off the ground and all that, and if Levitt's as sharp as he was, he could be a little more sharp without turning the ball over and all that. But I feel like if all around have a solid performance, even defensively, I feel like we can at least not undefeated, but possibly only have 1 loss of the season. So I feel pretty good so far, as long as we clean up the penalties. So
yeah, I feel like especially next week with Mississippi State, if you guys stay in that same turnover realm, it's going to be a lot closer than it should be.
yeah, they definitely a good squad. They got to win. Who do they play? Did anybody put down who they played last week? Mississippi State.
Golden Eagles.
Oh, they didn't play shit then. So yeah, I mean, it's a tougher squad. I mean, we beat them last year, so there's that.
Can't hate on Southern Miss. Southern Miss didn't do bad.
Not only that, but it's like Southern Miss's quarterback is Marshall's transfer from last year. We know how Marshall did last year.
Yeah, Southern Miss isn't that bad, but they're not that good either. So let's
Right. But it's going to be a much stiffer test than NAU was. So they're definitely going to have to work on the self-discipline.
Yeah, and Mississippi State is no better, honestly. They got 14 penalties in their game for 114 yards. So they need to calm down and play better too, because if they play like that against ASU, they're going to get smashed. But there is a stark difference from third down efficiency. They went 11 for 17 with 23 first downs. So, yeah, ASU is going to have to capitalize and make the most of their opportunities, because this team seems like they
But yeah, at least we get an immediate road game advantage too. We get to see how this team plays on the road too, see if we can still be dominant on the road too, like we are at home. So
it'll be fun.
Well, yeah, especially not only that, but it's just like to get a true road test in SEC country. Now that's a good early season, game.
definitely. But yeah, since we've been going overboard with ASU, what does Mr. Frankie have to say with his Wildcats?
Right. Where are we going with the Wildcats?
Man, I tell you what, my thing is they had to at least win by 17 to at least give me a lot more optimism, considering going into last year, they started the season ranked. Everything went to dog shit. They ended up 4-8, one of the worst offenses and defenses in the country.
Wow.
And then you flip around a year later, we get a solid test. Hawaii, they didn't, they're not elite. They didn't look, dominating against Stanford, but they did win. But just seeing the fact that it was 40-6, Arizona took over early. They were missing 6 guys that are going to be heavily relied upon deeper into the year. And we had Quincy Craig come out of nowhere, transfer, and he carries the ball 7 times for 125 yards in his debut, overshadowing, our All-American running back, Mahdi, and freaking Ristano had 51 yards and a touchdown. So I feel like we're more balanced this year. The offensive line is definitely better. And I know me and Dylan have talked about this before, but Noah Fafita definitely has to cut down on the turnovers this year. He didn't look the greatest in the game, but he didn't turn the ball over. He did throw a touchdown, so that is bright going forward. I love the young defense. We're definitely a lot more spirited than last year. But I mean, it's hard not to have more spirit than last year.
But hasn't Fafita gone through 2, maybe 3 coaching changes though?
I was gonna say this is just second. But yeah, he was recruited by Jed Fish, and then of course Fish goes to Washington, try to lure him there. Brennan somehow gets everybody to stay, but somehow everybody regressed last year. And my thing with Brennan this year is he's a lot less rah and more, hey, yeah, we did some good things, but he's not going to sugarcoat and make everything all positivity mountain like it was last year. But defensively, I think we have a great shot to at least win 6-7 games this year, and that is truly honest, because we are still missing 6-7 guys that would be regularly playing for us. And, unfortunately, the test that we have this week, no disrespect to Weber State, but they're not going to give us, a better tune-up than Hawaii. And I feel like a lot of our starters could potentially, get some rest in this game. So as much as I would love to, see a score run up, everything, I just want to see a bunch of our depth guys get playing time. We play a complete game, limit the turnovers, the mistakes. We look good. And I feel like, this is another game Arizona should win in the 40s to 6 or 10.
What is Fafita a junior? Sophomore?
I believe this is his last year.
Oh shit, I was gonna say, if things don't work out again for him, someone might have to look at the transfer portal, but dude's already a senior.
But one thing I always will say about Noah is I definitely respect his commitment. He came to U of A with a mission. He had a chance to leave. He got offered a lot to leave. He didn't take it. He regressed, and he still owned up to it, and he's trying to make this team better again. So 100% respect there. I think Arizona is a lot better than they were last year. But until we see a true Big 12 test, I don't think I could really, put a cap or a true prediction on how this Wildcat team's going to fare this year.
You can say the same about both teams. It's too early to make any definitive conclusions about who's going to do what, but it's good to see them win games.
Yeah, and I feel like as much as it is good for the state and the rivalry if both teams are doing well.
Yeah, we don't want to just beat up on you guys like we did last time. We want it to be competitive.
For that 70 banger.
Yeah, that was nuts, dude. That was crazy. I got to come back on camera for that. That's crazy work.
Dude, I watched that game, and I'm just like, I've never watched a more pathetic football game.
Yeah, it was pretty weird. Usually, no matter how good or bad the teams are, it's usually a competitive game.
Right.
Or at least have some sort of pizzazz to it.
Man, it's just like, I've gotten my ass kicked on Madden before, and I felt, worse watching U of A play than I did then.
And it wasn't by me?
That's so funny.
Sheesh.
Oh,
Is the trial still active right now?
Yeah, I have like 3 hours left. Unfortunately,
really?
Yeah.
When's the actual game come out?
It's been out.
Oh, that's right.
You can still get the trial.
What is it?
For Madden 26.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Yeah, you just get the EA subscription or whatever. You can literally cancel it when the trial is up. And it's like $6 and change after tax, and you get like the 10-hour trial for free.
Oh, wow. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, what do you think? Going into week 3, both of our teams should be theoretically 2-0. And then you have NAU, who should be 1-1 because they play Utah Tech.
Utah Tech. They better not lose to Utah Tech.
That's like the University of Phoenix with a football team.
Jesus Christ.
Crazy.
Right? Like DeVry University. Bro, DeVry University. Imagine. Oh my God. That's funny.
But no, I definitely love the direction of, football all the way across the board in the state. Like I said, from NAU to ASU to U of A right now, things are definitely trending upward for all 3 football programs.
You know who's also going to trend up? The Arizona Cardinals.
Let's go!
We are in the football realm.
Yes, sir. The Arizona Cardinals versus New Orleans Saints in the Dome.
Spencer Rattler versus Kyler Murray.
Yes, sir. And the spread went from 5.5 to 6.5, so it keeps climbing. So we're obviously favored to win this by far.
I mean, we just need to. It doesn't matter whether we're expected to win or not. We just need to go out, do what's within ourselves, play a clean game. I want to see Petzing call a consistent game and don't go away from Trey McBride in the end zone. The minute we get into the red zone, I want him to see the first target.
I don't care what you do in the red zone, as long as you score the damn football. We cannot keep getting in the red zone and not scoring. It's the most frustrating thing ever. But yes, Trey McBride needs the ball.
So my keys for the Cardinals, I have 5 of them for a dub for the Cardinals. First one, pressure Spencer. Why is it the first one? Well, we gotta see how that D-line works. And I personally don't think he's the greatest QB. I think he's dog shit in my opinion. So pressure Spencer. If you get that, they should put up no more than 7 points on defense. So The second one, Kyler's legs. Like to see more of Kyler's legs. We tend to win games when Kyler uses legs. So the goal for the Cardinals entering halftime is going with the lead. What I would like to see out of the lead is more James Conner. Feed James Conner and milk that clock. That's what we need to do, is contain the football. 4,
contain the darn football, man.
Study our corners. That's what I'm still interested on our defense with Will Johnson and Garrett Williams and all that. I'm not worried about Jalen Thompson and Buda Baker. I'm more excited about Will Johnson. Can he be that number one proven lockdown corner that we've been desperately needing since Patrick Peterson? I think so. We'll see, though. And then the fifth one, contain Alvin Kamara. Keep him at a minimum scrimmage yards. They're going to hand him the ball and also passing the ball when they're desperate within 5 yards for a dip and dunk when Spencer Rattler is pressured. Keep him at a minimum. You keep Spencer Rattler pressured and do those things offensively, should be an easy win for the Cardinals by at least 17.
My boy is passionate today. Listen, man. So let's go through these. Let's not rifle through these. Let's go through them. So let's talk about the one with Will Johnson. What did you say about Will Johnson? Read it for me again.
I'm hoping that he can be our next true shutdown corner since Patrick Peterson, which I think he can be, if not better. We'll see, though.
Will Johnson is a rookie, sir. Listen, and then this. No, don't. Let me get this take off. So this is a perfect game for Will Johnson. I mean, he's gonna have to go against like a Chris Olave, which is not easy. But let's face it, the Saints aren't very good,
even
offensively. So it's a perfect softball game for him to build some confidence. I mean, we have a lot of easy. Well, there's never an easy game in the NFL. You should never say that. But the Cardinals have a pretty light schedule compared to other teams this year, and Will Johnson will have the first 2-3 games to get adjusted. We got the Saints, then the Panthers. You know,
I'm just going off
49ers, whose best receiver is probably Juwan Jennings right now. So.
I'm just going off based off of college talent, which I think he can carry over to the NFL, in my opinion. That's what I think, mixed with hoping. So do his true shutdown in college, and he could carry that over. I mean, Patrick Peterson, I mean, he struggled a little bit his rookie year, but he was quick at being a pro at the NFL level. So same with Sauce Gardner. Dude was fucking shut down real quick in the league too. So it's totally possible to be immediate lockdown. Yeah.
I just think that the way he can do it is easier if he has to play the Saints and the Panthers instead of starting off against Patrick Mahomes, you know. So that's
that boy should give us a shout. I feel like I'm the most confident in Will Johnson. Give the podcast a shout, Will Johnson, and Arizona Cardinals feed.
But no, like you said it, Dylan. And what I love about Will Johnson is he's no short of confidence. He knows that he should have been a first-round draft pick. He knows he was overlooked. He's out to prove everybody who overlooked him. And my biggest thing that reached out to me, he wants to win us a ring.
Yeah, of course. I mean, he wants to win him a ring too.
But I mean, not too many guys come into Arizona and say that I want to win these guys a ring. Like, most guys are just like, hey, this is an opportunity. I'm going to get paid. That kind of thing. Most people, you know, outside of the last 5 years, there's a lot of people that got drafted by the Cardinals, and they're probably like, well, fuck.
Right. Tyler has been he's been freaking super adamant about him wanting to win a ring here. So we'll see if him and Kyler can get that energy permeating through the offense and the defense.
And I look at it this way. This is, in my opinion, I might be overreaching a little bit, but talent-wise and young talent-wise, this is probably the deepest and best team we've had since 2015 when we still had Carson Palmer.
Yes. Too bad Cam Newton was an absolute maniac that no one could stop that year.
Bro, and Luke Kuechly, dude, that guy was a monster.
Yeah. That Panthers team won like 18 straight games or something. I didn't realize how good they were.
And honestly, like, if that Panthers team is not there, we were probably in the Super Bowl. And
no, we would be in the Super Bowl. They're who beat us in the NFC Championship. So if they weren't there, I mean, there's nobody else that could beat us. And on top of that, we could have beat the Denver Broncos.
Right, but what I'm saying is like with how you mentioned how insane of a year that he had, everybody in front, like in the playoffs, leading up, etc., they're just getting ran over.
Yep, 100%. I mean, honestly, even with, I think that Carson Palmer thumb injury, people underplay that, but he injured his thumb on his throwing hand in the game before the game we played the Panthers, and I knew we were cooked as soon as they announced it was like a serious thumb injury, and then
Right.
obviously we went out there and got freaking murdered by the Panthers that year. Murdered. It was such a bad game. I remember watching it like, oh my god, oh this is worse. It was worse to me. It was worse than Kyler Murray's playoff start with the Rams because we were one game away from the Super Bowl, and it was like, hey, we play good here, we literally go to the Super Bowl, but if we don't, we don't. And they got freaking shredded.
Bro.
It was like 58 to something. I forgot what it was, but we got murdered, man. It was so bad.
Bro, I still remember that day like it was yesterday. I was so hyped. I was wearing my freaking Carson Palmer jersey. I was sitting at Buffalo Wild Wings at the bar. And then about halftime, I'm surrounded by Panthers fans and I am miserable.
Oh yeah, 100%. That doesn't sound like a good time.
But
But
it's more not a good time when they're fucking shit faced. They're more obnoxious, and you got to deal with it even worse.
I hate that. Drunk football fans are the worst.
Josh.
Honestly, bro, I mean, it's not the same sport, but have you been around drunk Philly fans?
Yeah.
God, I mean, it's fun though, but damn, they get loud and rowdy, bro.
Well, they're like that in every sport, whether it be the Sixers or the Eagles or the Phillies. They don't, or the Flyers. They will yell at you for anything.
Well, I was in left field, and unfortunately, the Phillies fAnaticZ decided to sit at left field, so I was just fucking surrounded in it. So
you know how bad Philly fans are? They would probably boo Children's Miracle Network kids.
For yeah, no this ain't a basic. They have to wear the opposing jersey.
I mean, they boo Santa Claus.
That's a lot, Frankie.
That's my fault. That's my fault. This is a football episode.
Yes,
that's so my NFL, fault.
Arizona Cardinals. Yeah. What do you guys wait? You want to talk about Dallas first and Philly because they're playing tonight?
I mean, I feel like we went through all the key points with the Cardinals and Saints. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Yeah.
Cardinals
I mean, we got
Saints, yeah.
Yeah, we got the
tonight. Yes. The Dallas Cowboys take on the reigning, defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. We have Dak Prescott and Jalen Hurts battling out for supremacy in the NFC East. Okay.
To kick off your fAnaticZ, pick'ems.
Right. To kick off your fAnaticZ, pick'ems.
Yeah, so like we completely failed last year, which I and spiritually I won. So I'm about to go back to back this year. But yeah, last year we didn't really do a great job at picking or keeping track of our records till like halfway through the season. We just totally lost track of it and all that. So this year, what we're doing different is through the episodes, we're actually just gonna write on paper, so we don't have to look through the videos of what our picks are. Yes, sir. So that way it's much easier to keep track of picks this year, and the winner can actually win a jersey or a free copy of Madden or college next year. So
yeah,
that'd be me.
Well, let's go. What do we got besides?
All right,
we gotta get
through Dallas first.
Let's do it.
All right, so the Thursday game is tonight, 5:20 p.m. my time. Dallas Cowboys at Philly.
Ugh.
I'm not gonna make it a long drawn out situation. Go Philadelphia Eagles. They're gonna win the game.
They're gonna win the game. I like that. Well, I'll be basic too. The Philadelphia Eagles. No Michael Parsons. Cowboys suck.
That's so funny. True.
Yeah, no, freaking. You have nobody covering the middle right now. Saquon and probably their second and third string running back probably gonna have a field day. it honestly, like, I feel like it's a letdown if Philadelphia doesn't at least. And I mean, no disrespect to CeeDee Lamb, great player. Freaking, they got him a good help, but you get rid of the only guy on defense that could stop anybody. What are you doing? If they don't at least win 38-14, Philly should be sad.
Frankie always throwing in some extra score predictions. It's gonna be 29. No, I'm just kidding. So tomorrow we have another game, and this game is in Brazil. So they're gonna be speaking Portuguese at the game all night. It's gonna be the Chiefs versus the Chargers. This is a neutral site game. The Chiefs coming off of a Super Bowl appearance. Well, I don't even know how they made the Super Bowl, honestly, but
The
they
rest.
they seem like a much better and deeper team this year. And Travis Kelce just got engaged to Taylor Swift, so I think that's gonna have them boost the morale for the guys. Um, I think the Chargers will be much improved, but they'll still lose this game, so I'm gonna go Chiefs.
I'm gonna go Kansas City Chiefs as well. I don't know. I'm just gonna ride the train with the refs from last year. I feel like it might be the same thing, plus the Swifties and Taylor Swift army. Yeah, it's gonna be borderline Chiefs. So I'm gonna keep riding that train. It's gonna be the same pattern this year.
I love that you're just like, I'm gonna ride that train with the rest. But no, I'm gonna defer. I think
Oh, right out the
gets it
gates.
done. I think Harbaugh gets it done. Justin Herbert has a breakout year. He finally has Lad McConkey and Keenan Allen. Because face it, last year his pass catchers couldn't catch a damn cold. I'm going with Chargers in the upset.
Nice, I love it.
He went with the nuke early. Let's go.
Right? Do you know how Frankie does? This is his thing, and he's right sometimes. So we'll see. Next game up is going to be on Sunday. This is going to be the Dolphins at the Colts. um, um, Daniel Jones is a starting quarterback, which is actually kind of makes the Colts a better option to take. It's still warm outside though, so I'm gonna go with the Dolphins until it's cold.
Yeah, I suppose I'll roll with Miami too. I mean, I feel like with a healthy Tua right off the gates, I mean, he's not fresh off an injury and all ruffled and feathers and all that. I mean, plus their defense is still all right. Indy's not going to really mesh with Daniel Jones off the bat. I think I lean Miami on this one. So,
I mean, as much as the story would be great, Indiana Jones winning in Miami against Miami.
That's a great little new nickname for him.
I think, as you said, Dave, Indiana offensively is going to be a lot better. I just don't trust them on defense, and I still think Tua, when healthy, and Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle are still on the same page. Miami is going to win a close one, but Indiana is going to be a lot better than people think that.
No, right? I like that. So that was confusing at the end, but
you said Miami, Frankie?
Yeah.
All right, sweet, cool.
Awesome. Next one is going to be Aaron, excuse me. I put too many A's in there. At Justin Fields down in MetLife. Jets versus Steelers. This is where I'm going to take an early deviation and do a bomb here. I'm going to go with the Jets. I like their juice. I like Justin Fields. He did just enough for the Steelers last year. And I think he's going to want to beat this team. And I think he could do it. So I'm going to pick him and their team. Frankie.
Honestly, I like the way you're thinking, Dave. And let's be real for a moment. This game is actually hilarious because you see both quarterbacks from a year ago were on the opposite team.
Yep.
You have Justin Fields, who wants to prove to Pittsburgh that why the hell you letting me go, man? Still young. I can get it done. He reunited with Garrett Wilson. And until Aaron Rodgers proves me otherwise, he is just a peyote beach walker.
I'm dead.
I am taking the Jets. I think Justin Fields and Garrett Wilson have a good connection, and Brees Hall gets it done on the ground.
And the wise words of Lee Corso, not so fast, my friend. I'm going to take the Steelers. The offseason, they stacked up on offense with tight ends, getting DK Metcalf and all that. On defense, Steelers defense they got Jalen Ramsey too, TJ. Well, they're stacked, bro. I mean,
damn! I forgot that they had Jalen
yeah,
Ramsey.
yeah. So they're stacked. So, yeah, I feel like Aaron Rodgers can actually lean out a win against also stacked Jets defense too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Justin Fields like with Daniel Jones. Justin Fields week 1 might have to take a few weeks to mesh with the new offense. So I lean Pittsburgh in this one. Aaron Rodgers revenge game by maybe 4 against the Jets revenge game. So I'm taking Steelers.
Sauce is returning an interception for a touchdown.
There we go. I love that. Pick 6 to the cribbo. Next game will be in Jacksonville as the Panthers and the Jaguars square off against each other.
The Kitty Bowl.
This is a good match. Honestly,
Tedder Roya versus Travis Hunter.
I think these teams are going to be much better. Both of these teams will be much better than they were last year.
Good.
Bryce Young will start to figure it out, and I just think that the Jaguars, they got too many weapons on offense, and Trevor Lawrence, it can be good when he's good. So I'm going to lean to the Jags on this one. Dylan?
We've seen flashes from Bryce Young this year. They've added Tedder Roya, obviously, what I just mentioned. I'm just gonna go off a wing on the defense. I mean, didn't really pay much attention on the defensive side of the ball. They got Chuba Hubbard. He was a tank for them last season. I feel like he can produce the same results with Carolina. Jacksonville, I mean, they got Trevor Lawrence. I mean, I don't know.
On Tank Bigsby.
Travis Etienne Jr.
And they got
the new running back guy too that's gonna play Button or Booten.
I'm gonna lean Carolina on this one.
Ooh,
nice.
So I feel like Carolina could get a solid win week 1.
It's tough. It's tough. It's close.
Yeah.
Like you said, Dylan. I just like Bryce Young has within just the last 8 months, he's taken a huge step. He's got McMillan, and honestly, he's got a guy who can just gobble up catches like Hunter Renfrow, which is a very underrated pickup. And as you mentioned, most underrated running back in the league, Chuba Hubbard. He's going to go over 1,000 yards a game. I think people are sleeping on Carolina. My boy McMillan is going to raise expectations. Carolina is going to win this game.
Like it.
So 2 Carolinas and 1 Jacks.
That's it. This time I'm going to beat y'all right here. All right.
No Duval.
The next one is the game we already all have scored, the Cardinals and Saints. I assume we're all going for the Cards here.
Yeah, we already went over it pretty much.
Yeah, we don't have to waste time with that.
Yeah.
All right. After that one,
Cajun kick-ass.
Exactly. We got the Giants. If we lose that game, I'm gonna start off my head with the bag over. Start the season with a paper bag over my head. Next episode, I swear to God, I'm just gonna wear a paper bag the whole episode. All right. Giants versus Commanders is the next one.
Giants and Commanders.
And the Commanders are at home. I'm gonna go with the home team. The Commanders. Not a thought about it.
I do like the over in that game.
Yeah, I like that. Frankie?
You know, we've talked about this a little bit. I think the Giants are very much improved. Russell Wilson's going to keep them competitive. You obviously have Cam Scatabo. You got Tracy at running back. They have a very slept-on defense. But, I mean, how can you argue with Jaden Daniels? His offense just got better. You still have Zach Ertz, and then you add Deebo Samuel. You get rid of Brian Robinson. Crosby Merritt is going to be a sleeper running back this year, guys. I think he's going to be up there in the Rookie of the Year. Showed up at Arizona, didn't play a whole lot, but as we saw in the preseason, dude has speed. And if you can get them to run, basically trade away Brian Robinson, you've done something right to, turn the right people. But Washington all day, they're going to keep it rolling. Jaden Daniels, good one.
So Washington was one of the worst teams in the league against the run on defense. This is a perfect opportunity for Cam Scatterbo to show what he's all about. However, Washington Commanders last season also pretty much what seemed like every drive they scored out of 3 or 7. And that's shocking from Cliff Kingsbury being OC, what we talked about a little bit last year. With those two being like balanced out, I feel like it's not enough for Giants offense or their defense in general. I feel like the offense is too stacked on Washington's side, even after trading Robinson to San Francisco. I'm going to take Commanders on this one as well.
Nice. And I'll let you know, it's not surprising that Cliff's offense is doing numbers. He did that with Kyler for 1 year, and then everybody figured it out. So we'll see if they can continue doing it with Jalen, or is it or Jaden, excuse me, and see if that gets figured out. So boom. Next game, Buccaneers at the Atlanta Falcons. They're going to be in ATL. Again, another team that's going to be better than last time, but I think that the Buccaneers just are going to be too much for the Falcons. So I'm going to go with Tampa Bay in this situation. Dylan?
I'm excited for Michael Penix having an opportunity. I feel like he was really good with Washington Huskies. That dude can sling it for sure. But I feel like overall with this Kirk Cousins distraction, until they get rid of Kirk Cousins, I feel like that's going to be a big distraction for the entire team. It's going to cause a lot of L's for this team for Atlanta. So, yeah, I feel like Atlanta's going to get the L on this one.
Honestly, I think Kirk Cousins is not going to be much of an issue. Yeah, he's going to quietly want to be gone and somewhere else, but he's a professional. I at least know that. But how about the Buccaneers? You already have Mike Evans. You have Godwin, who obviously is still out until October probably, and then you bring in Mbuka from Ohio State. So Baker Mayfield all day. Bucky's going to have a field day. And I mean, the Falcons are going to keep this close. Michael Penix is a dog, but I just don't think Atlanta's there yet. And I think the Baker train is still rolling.
Yeah, no, the Baker train will definitely still roll on. Next game is in Cleveland, and it's the Bengals and Browns. Now, normally I would pick the Browns in this spot because Joe Burrow is not good against Cleveland. He has a 3-5 record against them. Usually does not play very well against the Browns, but the Browns are in such disarray right now. I love Joe Flacco, one of my favorite quarterbacks of all time. He won that Super Bowl with the Ravens with the super duper cool receiving core and dope team. But yeah, I'm gonna go Bengals here. They can't start slow again. It's ridiculous for them to start this bad every year. So they played in the preseason. Hopefully that does wonders for them and for the Cardinals too. But yeah, I'm gonna go Bengals. What about you, Frankie?
I mean, the best thing that Cincinnati did the entire offseason was obviously sign the big rook from A&M and then bring Hendrickson back in. So at least you have a shot on defense. We saw that Marco Wilson was kind of developing nicely over there last year, so I give him credit. And like you said, Cincinnati cannot start out slow. I just think Cincinnati's offense is way too much for the Browns, who honestly don't even. Their quarterback situation is honestly going to probably just weigh them down the entire year. So, Bengals all day. Chase is going to get me a 1-0 start in fantasy.
All right. I feel like it's going to be not Browns. Oh, I almost fucked up. Bengals by 3. Bengals by 3. I mean, yeah, I mean, Trey Hendrickson finally got paid. That's good. Other than that, I mean, who else did they got on defense, So this has a 50-50 coin toss game of being a sling out or a low scoring ass division rival game. But nonetheless,
Sure.
what happens, I feel like Bengals still win by 3, edge it out. So
Okay. Next one is an interesting game, very interesting. It's going to be in New England as the Patriots and the Las Vegas Raiders play. I think that I'm going to go with Gino and Pete Carroll, man. I'm just going to go with Gino and Pete Carroll. They know each other. They got good receivers, even though Amari Cooper decided to retire today. Insane work. That's right. I drafted him in some fantasy leagues, which is good. He was just like a last round flyer. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Raiders. What about you, Dill?
Raiders and who?
Patriots in New
Patriots.
England.
Fuck. I don't really like. I mean, I guess that game's alright. I mean, I'm only gonna pick Raiders because I put them on my money line. So.
Ooh.
They were plus like 128. I'm like, how can you not with Pete Carroll's debut, Ashton Jency, Geno Smith is not bad. So
no, and they got receivers, bro. They got Brock Bowers a tight end. They got a team, man.
Yeah, they got juicy
defense.
odds. So might as well go with them with our pick'ems too.
Oh, and this is where I'm like, not so fast, my friends. As much as Vegas's offense is improved, you bring in Pete Carroll, 100% improvement. Carroll is returning to New England. I like the Patriots in the upset because they have some sneaky good players. You have Henderson at running back. You have Stephon Diggs, who is going to suit up week 1. And
I got him on my flex.
Always a catch machine. I'm taking New England with the upset.
I like that. It's a good perspective right there. And Drake May is not bad, man. He can run, he can throw. He's a good quarterback. So I'm excited to see what the Patriots do. But I just gotta trust tried and true for that one. Next one is gonna be an NFC West clash between the 40 Winers and the Sea Chickens. And they're gonna be in Seattle. That 12th man is gonna be 12. But similar to Miami's situation, I think at the beginning of the year when CMC is healthy and they got Kittle and they got at least Juwan Jennings now signed his contract, I think that the 49ers will beat the Seahawks at home. I hate to choose between these two awful garbage teams, but I'll choose the Niners. Dylan, you look like you want to go.
Oh, I don't know. I personally stayed away from this game on betting purposes because it's fucking always coin toss.
Yeah.
Fuck. I feel like we've only been opposed like 3 games max, so I'm just gonna go with Seattle in this one, try to get more leads. So
it's a good. Yeah. And this is a coin toss, legitimately. I
wanted
to pick Seattle, but I just couldn't do it.
Sam Darnold, baby, let's go.
We got the Darnold guy at the bottom, right?
It's not as far-fetched as you think. I'm going Seattle as well.
Good.
Darnold's debut actually goes well. You also have another guy making his return to Seattle, Cooper Kupp.
That's true. I forgot about Mr. Kupp.
I'm calling. Mr. Kupp is going for one.
Is it too late to change my pick? No, I'm just kidding.
No, I do.
He's going for 130. You got Kenneth Walker. He's going to run it all day. Seattle and that 12th garbage man, they're going to win.
Bro, I actually have him as an anytime touchdown player, Cooper Kupp, at plus 210. I honestly think that can haul in.
Yeah, 100%. He's definitely gonna score, bro. I'm gonna put that in something.
Take that bet, and if you guys take that bet, let me know how it goes.
If it hits, subscribe.
And bet responsibly too. Don't be spending all your money. Don't bet more than you're willing to lose.
Oh yeah, if it's football season, you're gonna be hearing a lot of betting talk and fantasy talk. So
next game. Sports. Interesting. These games are so interesting. Week 1, the schedulers did a great job. The next game is in Denver, where Dylan likes to go all the time, and it's the Broncos versus the Tennessee Titans. I'm gonna go with Bo Nix and Sean Payton. Strong combination. What about you, Frankie?
As much as the Titans are gonna be improved across the board, you know, we just saw the other day our boy Kaiser White. Congratulations on the big contract. He's going to be running that backer spot in Tennessee. And then, of course, you got Cam Ward and Calvin Ridley. They're going to do their thing. But they're going to make it interesting. But I'm still not ready to trust Tennessee in any aspect yet. Sean Payton and Bo Nix, They have a good thing going in Denver. Pat Surtain's one of the best corners, if not the best corner in the game right now. Denver all day.
So congrats to former Cardinal Zach Allen for finally getting the bag a couple weeks ago in Denver. Well deserved, bud. So, and plus with Patrick Surtain and Jahdae Barron, who they drafted, they should have drafted Will Johnson, but they went Jahdae. But yeah, nonetheless, it's gonna be a lockdown, can't breathe freaking defense up in Denver. I hear all the time. Trust me. Bo Nix, they love Bo. I'm just gonna have to go Denver by at least 13 in this one. So
That's a good stuff, man. I think Denver is gonna beat their butts.
I-
Lions.
Sorry,
The
Dave.
Detroit Lions go into the Green Bay Lambeau Field for a Packers versus Lions showdown. I am going to go with Green Bay. The new Micah Juice. I think the Lions are due for some regression, even though they kind of regressed last year. I just don't think they're those guys. So yeah, I am going to go with the Packers. Frankie, what do you think?
I mean, it's funny. This doesn't, the
Packers, wow.
obvious choice, and probably people looking at me would be like, "You take the Lions, right?" I live right in the middle of Lion Country. It pains me to say this, but this game, it's Green Bay. Micah Parsons comes in. You're at Lambeau. The Lions are adjusting to a new offensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not going to see exactly how Jared Goff and everybody's going to look. They're still going to look great. They're still going to have a great year because obviously Hutch is back, Anzalone's back, but this is the year that I think Green Bay finishes 1, Detroit finishes 2 in the division. And you get that flip just because of bringing in a guy like Micah Parsons changes your outlook that much.
Well, Detroit can't be any less healthy than they were last year. Let's see. I feel like after how the year ended last year for them, being heavily favored all year, I just don't see them slowing down really. And Micah Parsons, they're saying like he's not fully 100% healthy yet, but he's still, I guess he's still all right to go, but he's still not fully healthy.
He was crushing those
He's
drills.
still getting used to the new playbook too. He's only been there for like barely a week, if that.
That's
So
true.
yeah, he's still getting used to the playbook. So he might be on limited snap count on top of that. So Green Bay is still gonna be mostly Green Bay half Micah Parsons. So on top of that, that's why I'm going Detroit still. There's still going to be that motor engine team, and if Dan Campbell has to be a ballsy ass MFer, bro, he's going to still win that game.
That's him.
So yep, I'm going Detroit.
How about
Cool.
that? The guy that
like
does in Michigan goes Detroit.
Hell yeah, that's so funny. Well, we got the Texans going into SoFi. So Houston versus Los Angeles Rams. I'm gonna go with the Texans. The Texans got a lot to prove this year. I don't know what's up with Matthew Stafford, man. He seems like he's good to go, but he ain't been practicing, so I don't like that. It screams slow start to me. So I am going to go with Texans. What about you, Dylan?
I'm gonna go with the Rams. I mean, as much as I hate saying it, I mean, I feel like they're gonna be a good squad this year. They're gonna be potentially in first place if we don't. We're gonna be a barely second wild card team, if that. Should be. But they having Devontae Adams, they got Puka. They have a pretty decent defense, and whether or not they do or don't start off hot, Sean McVay always finds the way to switch it around. But I feel like they're gonna be a solid team throughout 16 games, at least be 11-6 ish. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rams on this one. I feel like Stafford's gonna click right away with his new toy, Devontae Adams, and it's still gonna be the same thing with Puka. So that's why I'm going Rams.
100%. Like you took the words right out of my mouth, Dylan. You already take an offense that was still pretty good already. You had, Puka. You have Kyron Williams at running back, one of the most, reliable and best scoring backs in the league, pass catching and running. And then you bring in a guy like Devontae Adams, and I'm sorry, like as long as Matt Stafford is in the league and he's playing for somebody, you can't count Matt Stafford out. The dude has a straight cannon, and he's only going to get better. As much as it pains me to admit this, the Rams are going to be our biggest division competition. Just like with, I think, Detroit and Green Bay, it's going to be us and them 1 and 2. But in this game, got to go with the Rams. As much as CJ Stroud and Nico Collins are going to ball out, it's going to be a close game. I just think the Rams are on a different offensively.
What the hell, bro? What does that sound?
I don't know.
All right. The next game is going to be Ravens and Buffalo, and they're going to be in New York. New York. This is a tough one. This is tough. I'm going to go Ravens. I like them. I like them more early in the season. I like the Bills more later in the season. And that's just like, that's not good reasoning, but that's what I'm gonna choose based off of. So there you go, Frankie. Who do you got?
I mean, you have Lamar Jackson, you have Derrick Henry running it back, who had one of the best offensive years in NFL history last year. And like, I think this is going to be probably the best game of the week because you just have two powerhouses that are going to be in the AFC title and Super Bowl. But Baltimore just has a lot more going right now, especially in personnel. I like the fact that they brought in D-Hop, and then of course Tyler Loop, U of A guy, now their kicker. I got Baltimore in this one. Love Josh Allen, but it's Lamar.
Goddamn, Frankie, sound like you're running through a wind tunnel.
You said Baltimore?
Yeah.
Okay. You said Baltimore. Yeah, what the move that went under the rug pretty quickly. Baltimore's defense was already stacked as it was. They didn't really lose much guys. They just added more. But what really impressed me who they added was Jair Alexander. You had Jair Alexander alongside Marlon Humphrey, bro. Woo. No
And Kyle
flies.
Hamilton back at safety.
Yeah, bro. And plus we already like Frankie was saying, my RB1 in fantasy football, our fAnaticZ Gold League, Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson running it back together, like, and they got D-Hop too on top of it, which I feel like he could have a resurgence with Baltimore. Yeah, Baltimore is a motorboat, a true definite motorboat team in the AFC. So that's why I'm going Baltimore.
Nice, yeah. And Mark Andrews is gonna be on a mission this year after screwing them over in the playoffs like he did.
That too.
Poor man.
Last game is the Monday game, and it's gonna be JJ McCarthy and the Bears versus JJ McCarthy and the Bears. JJ McCarthy and the Vikings versus Caleb Williams and the Bears. And this is gonna be in Chicago. The hype around the Bears is pretty high right now, and I'm gonna buy into it. It's probably gonna bite me in the ass because my heart is telling me to go with the Vikings, but because the Bears they're the Bears, man. But I'm gonna trust it. I'm gonna go with the Bears, so I'm not gonna make it too long with the Bears. What do you got, Dylan?
I truly thank you for your donation for this free dub. I'm gonna go with Minnesota on this one. JJ McCarthy is gonna look pretty smooth, I feel like. Freaking, I don't know why the head coach's name just slipped out of my head. Somebody fill me in quickly.
Which one?
Vikings. Stefanski. McConnell. There you go, McConnell. Yeah, McConnell seems to blend in with any QB that's given, from Case Keenum, Kirk Cousins, fucking to now. So I feel like JJ McCarthy is gonna do just fine in Minnesota. So I'm gonna go with Minnesota this one in Chicago. Plus that Brian Flores defense. How can you go against Brian Flores defense, Damien? Shame on you.
Ben Johnson's offense. That's how I can go against it.
I guess. We'll see.
We'll see. Frankie.
I mean, I like the as much as it pains to say this, but my dad was a huge Chicago fan, and this is probably the best chance and the best, overall the Chicago's look since my dad's passed away. And bringing in Ben Johnson, you still have, Swift at running back. You got DJ Moore. You got Odunze. You still have you got a great tight end set to work with, and just with his creativity offensively, the Bears, honestly, I don't think they're going to make the playoffs this year, but they could definitely push a 9-8 record. Taking the Bears in this one, I just think we don't know what we're going to see from J.J. McCarthy yet. And until I see, how he comes off of an injury, I can't really trust what Minnesota's trying to sell right now. Going with the Bears.
I love this spot. Skull Vikings.
There it is. Believe me, my heart wanted to go with the Vikings for numerous reasons, but I'm like, you know what? My head is telling me the Bears, so I'm going to listen to my logical side today and go with the Bears. So that is week 1. That's the full schedule in the books. I feel good about coming out on top this week.
I mean, realistically, and I don't want to, look too ahead into the future, but we should be 2-0 heading into week 3, realistically.
Oh, that's looking too far in the future.
1 week at a time. We got to earn those 1 subs at a time, too.
As Jonathan Gannon would say, well, that's looking too far in the future. I just worry about tomorrow.
As much as we've talked about Will Johnson being a key on this defense, I'm going to throw out another name who's going to have a huge year. And within the next 3 or 4 years, he's going to be in the top 5 conversation for edge rusher. Jordan freaking Birch.
Nice, I like that.
Interesting.
Ball out. He's going to get his reps. He's going to destroy anybody.
Jordan Birch was wrecking games in the preseason.
So I'm excited. And then, of course, we get to see Mac Wilson taking over for Kaiser White. Loved, good for him getting that bag, getting that role. I think we're going to have a great year. It's just exciting to get back to football, and it's going to be exciting kicking your guys' ass and fans.
For sure.
I know we have football in 1 hour all the way up till Sunday. It's going to be marvelous.
I love it. And if you guys love it too, you know what to do. The description down below, we have links to merch. The group, Arizona Sports Fanatics, is growing every day. We discuss a lot. There's a lot of action in that group that we may not have on YouTube. So if you want to be involved in the discussion, please go join the group and hit the other links in the description as well.
And as always, guys, we appreciate the support. We love doing this. Arizona all day. Tell your friends. We are going to have a great week. Great to have the NFL back.
And it pays the sub, too.
Yes.
The countdown to Trey McBride's stat tracker, 1,100 yards and 5 tutties, starts today. Well, Sunday, but the NFL season starts today. So start subbing and share with your friends, homies, mamas, grandpappies, anybody that you know. So
let's go.